making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
The #1 poker internet show is now on the radio. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk poker news, entertainment, and have lots of Sin City surprises. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free. 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now, let's bring on the hosts going all in. Here is Mark Hoke.
Hey, everybody, it's sexy time. No, I'm kidding. Woo! Joe's looking good over there.
Thank you.
I don't know. I think Ken with the sunglasses, the black polo shirt, looking a little tan, by the way.
Yeah, just back from the Caribbean, baby.
Oh, and boy, were you ever in the Caribbean. We're going to talk about Kenneth James's superstar re-return to the poker scene. He is tearing people apart.
He is the hottest guy on tour right now.
Actually, you know,
he is.
You can legitimately make.
Let's talk about poker too. And on poker,
see now, I got to put Kenneth James down on the totem pole a little bit on that one.
All right.
If you look like Jason Kuhn, the workout king,
yeah,
you know, then you've got a shot. But
Jason Kuhn is a workout king.
Oh, have you ever seen? Do you know Jason?
No.
You'd know Jason if you saw Jason.
Is he a poker player?
Yeah. Darn good one, too.
Sorry, Jason. I probably played with him, too.
I bet you have. You'd know Jason if you saw him.
Probably.
So.
I tell you, going around the world and playing, it's invariable how many times I play with people and they say, remember this hand I played with you, 2 years ago? And you meet so many and you travel so far that...
You know what the legitimate... I mean, I don't know
why
should
people
know this
ask
guy.
that question. I should know Jason Kuhn. I really should. That's silly.
Here's a tip for everybody. When you ask a poker player that question, they'll give you the, oh, yeah, but you know what the real answer is.
How can they expect
Hell no, I have no idea.
How do they expect you to hand 2
The
years
thing
ago?
is, Joe, when I was coming up, I read Card Player cover to cover. I read every magazine. I knew every player. I was in it, and it's probably how I still should be today, but after you've been doing it for 15, 17 years, you get a little bit lackadaisical, and you lose track of some of the newer guys. Is he a newer guy?
Yeah, it's somewhat
and
newer,
believe
yeah.
me, they lose track of me too. They I'm a dinosaur in their eyes. They probably don't. They can't spell my name probably.
Wow.
They call me Jenna all the time, Jenna James.
Speaking of being a new player and not being able, people don't know. Do you remember how his entrance to the poker world? Do you remember this show not the show, but do you remember on ESPN when they were doing the World Series and it was this guy, and I think it was Howard Lederer was in a hand with him, and Howard's trying to look at him, and all of a sudden, no one knew who Kenneth James was at that time. Literally pulled a jacket up over his head.
That's
he sat
right.
there for a good
And-
solid 5 minutes.
And you know what? It just to show you how it
Evolved?
evolves and comes full circle. Now it's Howard Lederer, the one that's got the jacket over his head.
Oh, boom.
Bada bing. We got a drum roll for that.
Whoop, there it is. Oh, Lord. This is going to be one hell of a show. Speaking of which, by the way, the Mark Hoke Show is powered by BlueRail.net and brought to you by PokerAtlas.com. You can get all the info you need on tournaments across poker, plus poker room reviews, and much more, plus some great online sign-up bonuses for you kids out there. So go to PokerAtlas.com. Also brought to you by Blind Squirrel Apparel, Team Poker Joker, Arctic Blue Cooling Towels, Double Digit Covers, and RogueWire.com. And in case you're wondering who these crazy guys are, well, I guess I'm one of them. I'm Mark Hoke. Good to talk to you. I just went right into sexy time. I didn't even waste
That's because the AVN Awards
Good
were
to be
in town.
talked to.
Yeah, I hang out with the Sex and Money team, the guys that are on a couple hours for us, and I just lose it. I absolutely lose it. They're quite the troop.
We should rank those, prioritize them, all the vices, the sex, gambling, drugs, all the different vices that people have, and, kind of rank them by.
What do you think your number one vice is?
Wow.
I heard it's salami.
Do I want to give myself up in the first 5 minutes?
Why not?
I'm going to protect my hand. It may come out later, though.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Fair enough. Well, of course, we had some more big news in the poker industry. And by the way, we have Joe Payne here from the Nevada Poker League.
Yes,
and of course,
Joe.
Kenneth James. And we're going to be hearing from Tommy Bertuzzi from DoubleDigitCovers.com, where the best handicappers in the game is going to be calling in to talk
I wonder
a little
who
bit
he
about
likes
the Super Bowl.
for next Sunday.
I don't know if he's even going to tell us.
Really?
You know, it's kind of.
Does he charge us for his release?
Absolutely, probably.
You bet he does.
He does.
That's how he makes the money. Other than his bets, of course.
They once in a while
It's
do
very
give
good.
out free picks.
Oh yeah, they do. If you go to DoubleDigitCovers.com,
They
you
give
can,
out a free pick.
you can get a free pick. Just put your phone
Guaranteed
number
free
in
pick.
there. Yeah, it's right there. But
You know what you get for free.
Lunch.
Screwed.
Screw.
oh well, how about we get into the news, because one big story is dominating everything right now. So let's go to the read.
Scanning the poker tables from around the world. This is The Read, brought to you by PokerNews.com.
Yeah. So little problem out the Borgata, just a small one.
Ooh, I heard about that.
Just nothing too big. They only got $1 million worth of counterfeit chips sneaked into event number 1. And of course, for those that may not have gotten to play out on the East Coast very much, for all the Borgata series, the first event is the big guarantee. It is usually the largest tournament for the whole series until you get to the main event, which is, is usually a WPT event.
Right.
This is an absolute disaster for the Borgata, and we're going to break that down for you. And what basically happened was they suspended play at the end of day 1, started to go through the chips, and rumors were circulating. They did some inspections and realized that the tournament had been compromised. At least 200 5,000 denomination chips had gotten into the mix that were counterfeit.
Wow.
That's a lot of chips, man.
That is a lot.
Now, when you say counterfeit, were they printed or were they taken out of previous tournaments and reinserted? Do we know?
They look very similar. Somebody actually did see it early in the tournament and saw it and put a picture up on their Twitter account where you could kind of see one was a lighter shade of gray than the other ones, which kind of goes to account about how much those chips have been used.
Yeah,
Yuck.
yeah.
But so we had 1 million chips in play. The tournament was suspended, and the money is being held in trust. They were down to 27 players, and the money's locked up. They have not made a determination on that. They
How
are
they're gonna
doing an
do it.
investigation on what they're going to do with
Man,
all that. But
it sounds like they printed them then if there's that many chips and they're newer. It sounds like they printed them up and said, hey, let's put these in. But you got to have, obviously not just one player.
that's and that's where I think they're going to have a lot of issues doing the investigation on this. When you're looking at 200 plus chips getting to play, it's one thing if somebody slides a 5K in their sleeve and drops it in, but it's another thing to somehow get 200 plus chips into play. There's no way you could do that as one person. I mean, you're going to get
It's
caught.
obviously more than one player.
So this is going to be huge, and I feel bad for those guys having to do this investigation. I mean, this is going to be ridiculous.
Well, at least this time they got it out of the hotel room. Last time it happened in L.A., didn't they find him in some player's hotel room?
Really? Wow. Man, it's just sad. It's now it's
It's a black eye.
But it's a black eye. But you know what? People like to single out poker and gambling because that's the hot button issue. But let me tell you, in every industry, this happens. Not that not legit. I mean, this is a bad thing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, in every industry where there's money involved, especially big stake money, the people are going to try and find a way to beat the system. And
Very true. Just saw the movie Wolf of Wall Street,
yeah.
which is a prime example of
Exactly.
when money's involved, people are going to find a way to screw other people.
That's right.
And, that's not the best lead-in, but let's go to Katie Stone of the Grindets, who's actually out in Jersey. And, Katie, I can only imagine what it has been like there at the Borgata with this scandal popping up. What an incredible happening.
Yeah, it's really sad though, Mark, because Borgata has been known for a long time for having a very good reputation and running very good tournaments. As far as staff and structure is concerned, they listen to the players very well. They make adjustments very well. It's very sad. I feel bad for the tournament staff and TAB and everybody because I know how long they have been working to establish themselves as one of the leaders in poker tournaments in the country. it's just very unfortunate. I'm definitely afraid of the ripple effects that it will have as far as policing and increased cost, and it's just there's a lot of things that are going to change.
Have you heard anything new about any developments on this at this point? Where the investigation's going, or the players? How are the players getting paid, and so on?
Yeah, they're being pretty tight-lipped about what's happening. I have heard through the grapevine that Borgata understands that they will be taking a substantial loss on this event, but they're not really describing that. They're just they've made statements to players that they understand that they'll be taking a significant loss. And I don't know what that means, though. Does it mean that they're refunding entry fees? Does it mean that they're refunding the $60 rake? Who knows? But all the money has been frozen. So even people who cashed in the event, and let's say they didn't pick up their money, right after they cashed, all of that money has been frozen too. So they're really not saying anything or letting anybody cash out or get any money.
Katie, this is Kenna here. What about going? Hi. Thanks for the on-site report. What about going forward? Have they made any announcements or what they're going to do going forward to alleviate fears in people and kind of
they really haven't been saying too much about it. They in the following events, I didn't see any increased security or anything like that, and I was looking to see, what something like this has never really happened before, how would they react, what would they do. I kind of expected to see more security. There were people there giving out Borgata Poker t-shirts the next day. So that's the only difference that I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. And they haven't been saying anything to the players. So they didn't cancel any of the events, and they didn't really change anything. So
yeah. And for those that don't know the reputation of Borgata, I mean, Katie's absolutely correct. They run the best tournaments, maybe out of anybody in the country. I mean, Tab and the team there are always at the cutting edge of what they're doing there and taking care of the players. And of course, this was a $2 million guarantee event, 500 plus 60 buy-in on this, with re-entry. So you have, this is a $2 million guarantee that somebody spoiled. It is,
right.
It is unreal. So
it's just very, very sad for everybody. And there's lots of rumors going around about, if it was an inside job or something like that. But you know what? You saw those pictures, right?
Yeah, I did.
You saw the pictures of the chips. They're like, if it was an inside job, don't you think that the chips would have been an absolute match, or even closer? Like, they didn't even look anything like the 5K chip. It was like a very cheap imitation, and it was not. It didn't seem like something to me. Like, if it was an inside job, they would have done it a lot better than that. But that's kind of what leads me to believe it was just an amateur, spur of the moment. Like, oh, there's a big $2 million guarantee. Like, let's go put some chips in there. I don't know. That's just me. But maybe I'm crazy.
It may be an inside job going forward if you know anything about the New Jersey River.
Yep, good point. Some guys maybe head to that special room. That's for sure. And real quick, Katie, another topic before we'll get back into this when we let you off the air. But a big article for Jamie Kerstetter, the Grindettes, popping up. How about that? Tell everybody a little bit about that one.
Yeah, really great. And this was really cool because I think the reporter stayed with her, she kind of spent the whole day and really experienced what it's like to be a poker player. And I can't remember an article that's been done in recent history like that, where the reporter actually, spent the night or, spent the whole, 24 hours with somebody, but really, really nice. I'm really happy that they chose Jamie, because she's just kind of the perfect person to spotlight on something like that. And just really nice, very good, accurate, entertaining look at what it's like to be an online poker player who travels and has to move out of the country and then can come back. So it's really nice.
Yeah, so you can check that out. It's on Philly.com. And so check out, it's titled New Law Lures an Online Poker Pro Back Home. Good stuff with Jamie Kerster and the Grindettes. So, well, Katie, we'll keep in touch with you on what's going on with Borgata. Maybe we'll have another report next week.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll have some new information, and hopefully, I really hope that so many people are really upset about this, and I just hope that Borgata does the right thing, and that this doesn't like permanently put a scar on their reputation. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to know what the right thing to do is.
Yeah, well, exactly. I can tell you, $2 million, even though it's a big number to a lot of us. It's all relative to maybe some place that pulls down $100 million or $500 million a day. It's probably not a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
So
and one of the other things that there has been a large number of like first time dealers in this event, and so I don't know if that has anything to do with it as well. You would know a lot better than I would, but and maybe that's something that they change for the future too.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Well, Katie, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. And, of course, make sure you follow the Grindettes on Twitter @Grindettes, Facebook, the Grindettes, and, of course, Grindettes.com. Great to talk to you, Katie.
Thanks, Mark. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Grind away, baby.
As a former cop, I would think that one of the 27 remaining players might be a prime suspect. I would imagine if you were going to bring that many chips into a tournament, that you at least would be smart enough to be able to be one of the finalists anyway.
Those guys caught a lot of flack, by the way. There were some fingers getting pointed.
Well, I'm sure one of the 27 players may be one of the culprits, if not one of the member of the team of culprits. But I think if the games are under surveillance and everyone started with the same amount of chips, it's going to be a tedious job. They'll probably be able to nail it down where the chips came into play, because if you can follow every pot, you'll be able to know exactly what, because there's no rake, you'll be able to know exactly what every player's tally going forward is from hand to hand. It may take them months to do so, but I think they actually could find the actual culprit or the team of culprits who got these chips into play. Because if you win a pot, let's say you started with 10,000, you win a pot for 3, you have to have 13, and then all of a sudden in the next hand you have 18. Well, there's one $5,000 chip that made it into the play. So I'm sure it can be. It's going to be wild, but I'm sure they'll be able to name the people that are involved. Yeah. But they ought to look at the 27 plays that are remaining.
That's where you start.
Yeah, right there. The 27 that are remaining.
This is going to be a living hell for those guys. Good luck. Well, hey, we're going to step away and take a break, and we come back. We're going to hear from Tommy Bertuzzi at DoubleDigitCovers.com, talking a little Super Bowl with these guys. And, of course, we'll be talking to Kenneth James about his big win on the Heartland Poker Tour and everything going on with Joe Payne, too. So stick around, everybody, on the Mark Hoke Show. We'll be right back.
PokerAtlas.com has its finger on the pulse of all poker events in Las Vegas and beyond. Both on and offline. PokerAtlas.com is made by poker players, for poker players, and covers North America for every tournament, every day. Join the action by reading and posting your own reviews on PokerAtlas.com. Let everyone know what you really think about poker rooms you visited. PokerAtlas.com also features special offers and online sign-up bonuses for its members as well. Don't forget to like Poker Atlas on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Poker Atlas. PokerAtlas.com also has Twitter accounts for up-to-the-minute information about tournaments in your area. The action starts here at PokerAtlas.com.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code Mark Hoke Show when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go? Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com and call now for today's free winner at 1-855-489-3500. That's 1-855-489-3500. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel Apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
And we're back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I am Mark Hoke. You know, sometimes people wish I was, maybe some grizzly bear hanging out in the woods hiding away, but that's all right. Show the love, right? Show the love, right?
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah, baby.
We're still waiting for Tommy Bertuzzi to give us a call here. I know he's
good.
super busy at the office, but as soon as we get Tommy on the line,
I got a
we'll put him in
question
there.
for Tommy.
I bet you do.
Yeah. How about if I give you the question, you give it to him, and a new segment we'll call "Is It a Coincidence?"
Uh-oh. I'm kind of scared.
Is it a coincidence that the last two teams remaining competing in this year's Super Bowl come from states that have legalized pot?
He's going to do it. Oh.
I'm just saying. Huh?
I don't know what to say on that, but thank you for telling that joke for about the 4 millionth time.
Oh, really?
Since the Super Bowl ended. Yes, or the playoffs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Look, Al's grabbing his.
Yeah, man, I'm all in. Hey, I'm all in. Hey, you know the number one destination for the NBA now.
No,
Denver.
Denver. Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to be traded to Denver, man.
Wow, Obama coming out with his stance on it. That was it. Speaking of Obama, I signed up for my Obamacare.
Oh,
I
how'd
did.
that work out for you?
I'm kind of like, I'm in on a flop, and I'm not sure exactly what I got yet. Right? I mean,
look at your
I know they double charged me the first month, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make my first appointment to go in there just so I can drop my pants and they say cough. But we'll figure it out by the time we get to the turn, hopefully.
Oh, my God. I'm really sorry, Kenneth. But what I'm not sorry for, since we're waiting for Tommy here,
Yeah.
I want to talk about what appears to be a renaissance in your career.
Renaissance. Wow, what a word.
Taking
Thank
down
you.
the Heartland Poker Tour.
Well, kind
event
of.
out
I
there.
mean, I won the Win main event in July. That was
Yep.
a 5K buy-in, and I almost got knocked out of that by Heralibus Vulgaris. I said Vulgaris. How do you say his last name? I don't know. Vulgaris, or how do you say Heralibus's name? I don't know.
I think you had it right the first time, actually.
But anyway, almost got taken out by him on day one, but went on to win that. That was no small piece of cheese.
No.
So I had for playing part time last year, I had a really good year, and this year I'm stepping it up. And nice to get out of the gate with a win, and because winning tends to beget winning.
Yes, it does.
So
Kenneth taking down the HPT on the High Seas event, winning the main. And how much did you win on that, Kenneth? Because I can't. The results aren't up yet.
yeah, 30,000
That's not bad.
with
That's a winner.
yeah, it's a nice one. Like I said, it'll.
That should cover your Obamacare payment.
Yeah.
for a couple of months.
No,
a couple
okay.
months.
My what do they call it? The deposit or the
Your deductible?
my deductible? Yeah. In case anything bad happens.
Yeah,
if I
good
get
luck
a
on
bad
that.
beat. But speaking while we're waiting, anyway. Speaking of taking a hit.
Are we back to Jersey again?
Hey, I got a hit last year against Gaylord Perry. Remember Gaylord Perry
Oh,
from the San Francisco
absolutely.
Giants?
Didn't give you the spitball?
He did get because that's about all he's got left.
Yeah.
But great guy, and we play a charity event with all the old timers down in Arizona going down this weekend. I want to just give a quick plug to Arizona baseball charities, and we have a golf, poker, and baseball event with all the celebrities from the old time. Back when I was growing up, Ferguson Jenkins is going to be there, and some other Hall of
man.
Famers, and it's going to be a
I
lot
wanna
of
go.
fun.
Was it a solid hit or was it one of those dunkers?
Did he get a dribbler?
All right,
tell us
all
truth.
right,
A
all right.
dribbler down the line.
It dribbled. No, it was in the air. It barely dribbled over the shortstop for a one base hit.
All right, it's a hit, right?
But how many poker players out there can say they've got a hit off of
Absolutely.
Gaylord Perry? That's all
you
I
got
wanna
you
say.
got your bat on the ball, which is an
I got my
accomplishment.
which is
It's an
no small
accomplishment.
task.
You realize that if you fail to get your bat on the ball 6 out of 10 times, you're still going to make the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
That's right.
Wow.
333 batting average will get you in.
Well, I know who knows that fact for sure is Tommy, who is conspicuously absent right now. He's doing a lot of work coming up with the Super Bowl predictions. I'm guessing, but it looks like the bat phone is ringing. Maybe this is
Yeah,
him calling
so-
in now.
Got Tommy on the line.
Hey, and we have Tommy on the line. So let's talk to Tommy Bertuzzi of DoubleDigitCovers.com. Tommy, welcome to the Mark Hoke Show.
Mark, how's it going, partner?
Hey,
Hanging in there?
Hey, it's going great. I'm very happy to have you on, and we wish you had you in studio. You could school a couple of these guys in here, but very glad to have you on. So,
I'm not sure if you checked the game board. There's 40-something basketball games going tonight for Madhouse in here.
I can tell. There's a lot happening today. And first, I want to talk about the Super Bowl, though. And one thing that happened the night after the conference playoff games ended, the point spread jumped like crazy. And I know you were on top of that, too. What was your reaction to how that all worked out on the first night after those playoff games ended?
That's just the books adjusting the lines, trying to get even distribution on both sides. That's all it is. I don't look too much into that, and until a couple days, even more promptly, a couple hours before the game starts, we won't be making our final decision. For us, it's not always a great game to bet, but more, a great game to watch.
Yeah, and I think that's very interesting that you mentioned that because as you go through a football season, people tend to just focus on the football and they forget about the other sports that are going on right now. For example, I know you're great on the hockey games, but you got NBA and college basketball too, and people tend to forget about that. But sometimes those games are the better bets on the board than the football games.
Are you kidding me? We're still buzzing after Monday night's Creighton blowout over Villanova. We smashed that game, 6-point dog winning outright. They come out of the gates ripping 9 3-pointers, right out of the gates. That was one of the most incredible performances by a college team I've seen in recent times. We're buzzing in here, and what you just said, just to reiterate, I got coffee raging through my veins. You'll have to excuse me, but we're excited about the college basketball season, Mark.
Yeah, well, let's go back to the Super Bowl a little bit. And when you guys are getting ready to make your predictions for the Super Bowl and what you're going to put out to your customers, how long are you going to wait really until you make that final pick and give recommendations? Because I'm sure everybody wants to put their money down right now. Where are you at in that process?
We stand firm, and we don't release anything until the day of, the morning of. And, we'll be talking to our East Coast clients at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. out there in the East. And we stand firm in that because things change. Injury reports come in, weather changes. I mean, who knows? Do you know what the weather is going to be like in New York 2 weeks from now?
Not really. So, yeah, and I think that's an interesting factor that a lot of people are talking about, too. Do you really think that the weather is going to be a huge factor in this game, given the way these two teams play?
Sorry, can you say that again? It's really loud in here.
Yeah. Do you think that the weather is going to be a big factor, given the way these two teams play?
I think it's definitely going to impact the game, yeah. I sure do. I mean, if it's a blizzard and a whiteout, that's going to impact the game.
Oh, sure. But
right? And as far as cold weather, yeah, they can both handle it. It's damp and cool up in Seattle, and it's always cold in Denver. It's just, I mean, that's one of the contributing factors amongst dozens that Tony and Scott and these guys use to analyze and predict the outcome of these games.
And, of course, coming up, we also have those prop bets that are coming out here. I think Las Vegas Hilton is going to be releasing those on Thursday night, 7 o'clock, the really fun ones. But do you guys mess with those at all? I mean, is that anything but a moneymaker for the casinos, or is it something that there may be a couple legitimate opportunities to make money?
Absolutely, there'll be legitimate opportunities, and that comes down to us focusing on the certain, the playbooks that each coach and offensive coordinators put out, right? So dependent on stats and trends, and we really stand firm in believing that the best way to predict the future is to look at history and look at trends, right? And when we pick those apart, getting certain running backs, certain amount of carries, there's definitely going to be some value in the props, 100%. And if there's a value in betting the game, it's going to come in the proposition bets, 100%.
Have you seen any bets that you might like coming out? I know a couple of websites do have a few of those out in terms of who's going to score first, some of the players that are going to have a good game, and so on. Anything that caught your eye at this point?
The coin toss.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, coin toss, that's a given. We're hitting the tails right out of the gate. Come on.
Tails never fails. There you go.
Right? I'll take 50-50 odds any day. No, I'm just kidding. I really think Denver's going to come out early and score first. They're just their offense is so in sync right now. It's hard to imagine, but at the same time, it's a difficult prediction because who knows who gets the ball first, right?
Right.
So, well, if you want to touch back with me a little closer to game time, I'll definitely have some proposition bets for you. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth and give out something early that I haven't bet myself. You follow me?
Absolutely.
Tommy, Kenneth James here. Back to your interest in college ball. Real quickly, what's your opinion of MSU going forward this year, recovering from the injuries that they got, and how far you think they'll go this year?
Well, they're always a Sweet 16 team in my books. They're just so well coached. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see MSU get a little further, possibly into the Final Four.
All right,
injuries
baby.
or no injuries, they're just strong. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, another interesting team that I wanted to ask about is Wichita State. And, obviously a Final Four team last year, the Cinderella story, but now they are undefeated and looking really good. And it doesn't look like anybody in the conference is going to touch them. What kind of a bet is Wichita State at this point for you?
Well, early in the season, we were hammering them big, right? The odds makers seem to have caught up a little bit, inflating their number, and just based on their record and their success so far. But they're one of those teams that's a good bet rather than, taking a shitty team that has no chance, right? Another team I'd like to mention right now is Northern Arizona. These guys are laying 6 every night of the week, and they are blowing teams out. Northern Arizona, if you look at their scores over the last couple of weeks, I mean, they're impressing the hell out of us, and we've made a bundle on them.
Oh, that's awesome. And NBA is another interesting one, too, right now that I know you guys do very well on. And one team, the Milwaukee Bucks, are just so hideous. I mean, that is just like the worst team maybe in the last 10 years in the NBA. Is it good to involve your betting with a team like that as consistently bad as opposed to taking on a team that people are hanging on like Indiana or Miami that's usually winning every night?
Well, I'd like to say this, that it's statistically it's better to bet them than it would be like an Indy or a Miami, right? The worst team in the league is going to cover more point spreads than the best team in the league laying points. If that answers your question, that's my response.
Yeah. So what do you guys have going on at DDC for everybody? I know, of course, we've got a great website. And, of course, you can follow Tommy at Start Winning on Twitter. A very entertaining account, to say the least. What's happening down there at DDC? What do you got for everybody?
Bottom line is we got millions of dollars backing us. We got the two best cappers in the country as far as I'm concerned. And with the money we have backing us and the information and contacts we have right across this country, we got an edge over every book in the country. We're winning a lot tonight. Here's a little free one for you. We got Phoenix Suns going over the total 197. Take that to the bank and pay for some radio time, partner.
Whee! There you go. All right. So make sure, guys, if you want to check out the website, you can go to doubledigitcovers.com, or if you want to call them right now and get in on the fun, give them a call at 855-489-2700. Tommy will jump right on that phone and help you put some money together. You can stop guessing and start winning with double-digit covers.
Hey, stop guessing, start winning. Thanks for having me on. We'll talk to you soon, partner.
You got it, buddy. Thanks a lot.
See ya.
All right, there you go. Tommy Bertuzzi, everybody, giving you some extra tips. There you go. Got a free one, too, Kenna.
Yeah, baby. Get the tip in. Yeah. Just the tip.
Northern Arizona. See, I hadn't looked at Northern Arizona. I always like to follow those small companies because, like you said, those are the games that when you're looking at teams to bet, those lines don't get shifted as much because there's not as much money coming in on those teams. So those are some good ones to pull. So
yeah. My experience, limited experience in betting sports, the dogs are the way to go. Even though he mentioned the favorite in this case, in the long run, it seems like the public tends to bet the favorite, and the casino shaves the number, and you're paying, But I'm going to give you my poker tip in betting sports.
Here we go.
Do the opposite of what you think you should be doing or betting, and you'll be closer to the truth.
I'll send that over to Raymond Davis immediately. Well, speaking of the Super Bowl,
yeah,
you guys know what time it is, right? It's time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
Yes.
It's time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
I'm so disappointed Tommy wasn't here because I was going to restructure how we did this a little bit. But we're just going to keep it simple. We got some Super Bowl trivia for you guys.
Oh, boy.
And Joe is just dialing it up on his phone right now.
Actually, I'm checking the total on the Denver game. For
Very nice. All right, so we're going to fire some Super Bowl trivia at you. Whoever gets the most right wins.
Oh, my God. And I'm going against this handicapper over here?
You are. Kenna, do you want to go first or last?
This police handicapper?
First or last, Kenna?
Okay, as long as it's from the Super Bowl that the Bears and Patriots played back in 1929, I'm in. No, go. I'll go first.
Okay, Kenna's going to go first. Let's see. How about we go with, Bruno Mars is performing the national anthem this year.
I heard of that.
And hopefully there will be no wardrobe malfunctions like occurred with these two music superstars in the New England Carolina Super Bowl. Name them.
Whitney Houston and, not Justin Bieber. The other guy, what's his name? I don't know, white singer, kind of popular, young guy.
Yeah.
Waiting for the buzzer.
Can we just buzz him now?
Would that be
Joe?
Would that be Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake?
That would be.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I do it.
Kenna is beating the hell out of the counter. By the way.
Words
nothing, Joe.
All right,
that's a good one. I got to give you a high five on that one,
Joe. People are flipping out about the Super Bowl being in New York this year, but the Super Bowl has been held twice in two other northern cities. Name them.
Detroit. In the dome, but it was in the dome.
Wait, is Detroit north? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Just happened a couple of years ago, actually.
Wow. I know Detroit was one of them. Seattle?
No.
All right.
Detroit was correct.
Yes, I would say Detroit. And how about the famous town of Buffalo?
No.
Yeah. No. Al, you got this?
It's Indianapolis.
It is
isn't
Indianapolis,
Oh,
correct.
yeah.
Tom Brady.
Indianapolis is
Tom
Midwest.
Brady.
I guess that's
Tom
north.
Brady played in the
Dome
Super Bowl in
Stadium.
the Indianapolis. Yes, another dome stadium. Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
This
I'm
year is
ignorant.
not a dome, so it should
No,
be,
this is
be
gonna-
interesting.
And do you know which other two stadiums that they played the Super Bowl in that weren't domes?
Yep, I do. Well, two.
There's two.
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 One is the Orange Bowl.
No, we're talking cold weather.
Oh,
Cold weather.
Oh.
Cold weather.
Green Bay.
Okay. And
Oh, that would have been. Oh my God. They didn't have it in Minnesota. No, it wasn't in Minnesota.
Was it Super
no.
Bowl?
yeah.
They never played the Super Bowl in Green Bay.
I don't think so.
It was the
I-
first Super Bowl was in Green Bay, wasn't
I'm
it?
gonna look. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
pull
it
that
was
one
not-
up.
no,
we're
it was
gonna.
not-
We're gonna.
I don't know.
I thought it was.
Why are you
I thought it was
pulling-
Green Bay and Minnesota.
No,
were the two.
Lambeau Field never hosted a Super Bowl. Never.
Okay.
Just
All right.
championship game.
I'll find it.
I hope
I'll
the
find
giveaway
it.
at
All right.
this Super Bowl though is mittens and earmuffs.
That would be kind of good.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate too would be nice.
Well, last night at the Ranger game, they gave out scarves, which is appropriate because there was a blizzard going on
yeah.
in
That's
New York
nice.
last
See,
night.
thoughtful.
There you go.
And we're living more thoughtful times. That's very nice.
All right, Kenna, you got a question here.
I do. Okay.
It's 1-0.
This
right?
team, yep, this team has won 5 Super Bowls in 1971, 77, 93, 94, 95, and are the favorite team of most convicted felons, people who kick puppies, and the Dark Lord Satan. Name that team.
Dallas Cowboys.
Correct.
Yes. Yes. As soon as you said convicted felons,
I was going to. The team that's hated the most is usually the Oakland Raiders.
Oh no, Dallas hate much worse.
Really? That's America's
Much worse.
team, though.
Yeah, but with
That-
every
that is
with
a-
that-
that's a
with-
marketing
with
fallacy.
With every positive, there's a negative. There's an equating other side. Like tails is the opposite of heads.
Yeah.
For America's favorite team, you got the underworld, the underpinning of the ones that hate and despise. And
I
Joe's
love
missing.
when I love when Kenna goes off on a
1-1. It's 1-1.
Kenna.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry. This is go Joe. In Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Ace saved the day by rescuing Dan Marino and getting him to the Super Bowl. In the movie, Ace got into an altercation with the mascot of the team they were playing. What team's mascot was it? Right at the end of the movie. Wow.
don't know.
Joe's making scintillating radio
I
by
don't
his silence. No?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah. Yes, silence doesn't do. Silence is not golden on
I
the
was
show.
thinking out loud.
All right, I already know what this is. I've got this one.
All right, here we go.
The Cincinnati Bengal. The Bengal. It was the Bengal
Horribly
Tiger.
wrong.
Wrong.
Al, you got this one?
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles,
You
man.
bet.
An eagle.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of the eagle. At
Yeah,
the
man,
end.
he tromped on him big time.
The eagle swished the bird away and Ace jumped.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm a Jim Carrey fan too. I don't know that movie.
yeah, I'm a little
I
disappointed.
do
by
like
one.
Jim.
That was
Carrey.
it where he had the bird that was going to save the day,
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Kenna.
Yeah.
We all know the part of the fun of watching the Super Bowl is the commercials.
Yeah, or the chips and dip.
Yeah. But the Super Bowl ad craze really started in 1973 with a company who actually shot their product to prove its safety and security. What was the company?
Wow. All right. This is a tough one here. So let me think. Can I poll the audience?
That commercial lasted a long time. too.
Safety and security of the product?
Yep. They shot it.
They shot it. And he's trying to give me a clue. Coca-Cola.
No. Joe, can you get this one?
No, I have no idea.
You will when you hear
At
it.
least I had a venture to
Al, you
guess.
have a
Wasn't it Master Locks?
It was Master Lock.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
God, you know, my dad.
This guy over here.
My dad was a locksmith too. That's a shame.
Wow.
But all I could think of was Mean Joe Green and that
Coke,
That was a
Coca-Cola
great
commercial
commercial, too.
when
Absolutely.
he threw him the jersey.
kid,
That was the. That's got to be one of the
a classic,
all-time classic,
That is a classic.
Super Bowl commercials.
All right, we got one more for each.
Okay.
Where are we at, Al?
1-1.
Besides you.
1-1.
1-1.
Still 1-1. Where
Al's
there's
cleaning it
been
up.
20 questions and the score is 1-1.
Unbelievable.
Quite
Kenna,
believable.
Kenna, you're a Hollywood guy.
Wait, is it? No, it's his turn.
No,
right?
he got the last one.
Oh, he
It's
did?
your turn.
Jeez.
It wasn't the real Super Bowl, but it was to these kids in this football movie where they beat the Cowboys to take over the Urbana, Ohio Pee Wee football scene by using Alka-Seltzer tabs and the annexation of Puerto Rico.
This is the name of a movie you're
This is
looking for?
looking for the name of the movie. They beat the Cowboys.
Wow.
Bunch
You
of,
know, I mean,
bunch
this
of-
is
bunch of kids.
Yeah, I
bunch of
know.
small kids.
So the two movies that come to mind are The Bad News Bears and The Sandlot, but I
No.
know those are both baseball.
That is
so those are out. There was actually a Pee Wee Kid football.
There
movie.
was. Great movie, too. Started Rick
Oh,
Moranis.
come on,
Buzz him, he's out.
I'm out.
You can buzz me too.
Yeah,
No
this
clue.
question is not a.
Wildcats?
No.
Okay.
No, Little Giants.
Never saw it.
You guys never saw Little Giants?
Giants, yeah.
Oh, great movie there.
Man.
Do you
All
have
right.
you have a tiebreaker question?
Joe, you've got the last turn.
Why not? Well, do him and then throw one up, and then if he doesn't get it right, we'll throw
Well, you
one.
have a chance to steal.
What is this, a jump ball?
Ken is trying to get position.
Always
here.
looking for the edge.
Oh,
Where are those
where
chips?
Are we going here? Let's. All right, here we go. In the closest Super Bowl in history, the New York Giants beat the Buffalo Bills 20-19. Who missed the kick that would have won the game for the Bills?
Oh my God! I've watched this game so many times too.
And thank God he.
I think it was O.J.
He didn't go Ray Finkel.
All these hints. I don't know.
No, Kenna. Come on, who missed that kick? You had money on the game. We all know it.
Jack Dempsey.
That's the boxer.
Ray Fosse?
No. Scott Norwood. Oh, sweet mother of God! It's a
I think
tie.
we need easier questions,
Yes.
Mark.
Oh God, I'm going to call it a tie because we got to get a commercial break.
Okay.
So maybe we'll get one coming.
Yeah,
back.
throw one up, and
We'll-
whoever answers first is the winner.
Yeah,
All right, we'll come back and settle this once and for all. Thanks for joining us on the Mark Hoke Show.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com and call now for today's free winner at 1-855-489-3500. That's 1-855-489-3500. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
PokerAtlas.com has its finger on the pulse of all poker events in Las Vegas and beyond. Both on and offline. PokerAtlas.com is made by poker players for poker players and covers North America for every tournament, every day. Join the action by reading and posting your own reviews on PokerAtlas.com. Let everyone know what you really think about poker rooms you visited. PokerAtlas.com also features special offers and online sign-up bonuses for its members as well. Don't forget to like Poker Atlas on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Poker Atlas. PokerAtlas.com also has Twitter accounts for up-to-the-minute information about tournaments in your area. The action starts here at PokerAtlas.com. Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
I'm back, and I have to make a quick correction. I forgot about the Super Bowl was in Minneapolis. So I would have given that to you guys. You probably would have reminded me.
I guess I was wrong. I thought
you
there
were completely wrong.
I thought there was a cold game out there.
No.
Well, I'm glad there's a cold game this year.
This is going to be fun. Yeah, of course, referring to that Super Bowl 1 and 2, because everybody on 2+2 will probably tear us apart if they hear this and go, you guys are wrong. Super Bowl 1 was in the LA Memorial Coliseum, and Super Bowl 2 in the Orange Bowl.
Yep.
So just so we're clear on that one. All right.
Do you know where Super Bowl 3 was? Well, don't cheat.
You know,
don't cheat. Miami Orange Bowl, Joe Namath, New York Jets.
Yep.
Guaranteed winner.
That was
1907, I think, was the
1969.
Yeah.
Year I was born. I was in the Namath year. How about that? Well, guys, a little bit, Ken, real quick, I know you wanted to talk about what you had going on. I want to make sure we get that in before we get off the air. So,
well, yeah, a lot going on. Just got off the high seas, going to Arizona. Anybody down in that area, please join us for the Arizona baseball charity event on Friday. Okay, and then I'll be coming back, going to L.A. for the L.A. Poker Classic, see all my friends in L.A., and hopefully I'll be back here in March to talk about that win in L.A. Piggyback that. So
that would be impressive.
And along the way, by the way, along my journey, I have a blog at KennethJamesJourney.blogspot.com. Come on, subscribe, and follow along with me until my website's up, which will be in a couple weeks. I got a new website coming up. And can I give the fans a poker tip while I'm here?
Sure.
Do I have time?
Sure.
Okay. It's actually taken from my blog. Oh, wow. I just hit the microphone the other day. When you're on the radio, the tip is don't hit the microphone away from your mouth. No, Mike Carroll, I used to live next to Mike Carroll, the Mad Genius, and he always said when people talked about the difference between tournaments and cash games, that cash games is a card game played by people, and tournaments is a people game played with cards, and that really signifies the difference. And so the tip of the day is, if you're a tournament player out there, play the player. Not the cards. Play the player, not the cards.
Wise knowledge from Kenneth James. Joe, Nevada Poker League is blowing up since you guys are giving away money now.
Unbelievable. 5 tables at each location, giving away cash every night now. So if you're low in your poker bankroll, it's a great way to get your bankroll jumped up and going on. Kenna was going to stop by.
I will stop by again. Yeah. I like you guys, man. There's always good food, good times, good laughs.
Good food, good time. Come by. I'll buy you dinner.
Maybe
we could do a little half-hour seminar before when we start up.
I love it, man. Poker's not. It's about giving people and camaraderie and the enjoyment of it, and you sure do make it fun. So
we do. We try.
Yeah, when I'm in town, I'll come join you.
Absolutely.
Guys.
Yeah, it sucks we deal with all that bad news sometimes, but when it comes down to it, there's many more good people than there are bad in the industry.
Yes.
So hang out with guys like them. You're going to actually enjoy yourself a little bit and not have to worry about fake chips coming into play or anything like that. Even though I heard Joe's a little sneaky over there sometimes.
I can be.
Make sure you join us next week here on the Mark Hoke Show. We really do appreciate it. We'll be back on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Some great guests for you. Of course, the Rogue Wire Show. We had to postpone it this weekend, but we will be back again on Sunday. And we'll be talking to the guys from the Heartland Poker Tour and some other great guests. So make sure you tune in on that on roguewire.com. Thanks to everybody here at KLVA, and we appreciate it. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Being here, man.
Thanks for Tommy calling in. We'll see you next time. Have a great one.
Enjoy the journey.